Hello, Algebra 2 students. We are going to look at solving rational equations. We're just going to look at solving rational equations here. Hello. So we're just going to practice solving rational equations. The inequality part we'll do in class. So with rational equations, we're just going to jump right in to an example here. Anytime you have fractions, we want to get rid of those denominators because who wants to solve anything with fractions? Blah, right? So let's get rid of those denominators if we can. So the big thing is here is we're going to go back to finding that LCD. And we're going to multiply every fraction by that LCD to get rid of the denominator. So let's look at our denominator here. We have x plus 3, 6, and 18. So our LCD between 6 and 18 would be 18. And then our leftover factor is x plus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply everything by 18 times x plus 3. Every fraction. And you'll see what happened here because our main goal is to get rid of the denominators. We want to get rid of that fraction. So when you're writing out your notes, you might want to spread your fractions out a little bit. That might help you out. So if you notice here, the x plus 3's cancel out. Okay, so we're just left with 18 times 4, which is 72. That looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Here we can take 18 and 6 and simplify those to 3 and 1. So we have 15 times x plus 3. And for this fraction, we have the 18's cancel out. Man, that looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Sure does. So now we can just solve this like a regular equation. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve this. So we should end up with 15x plus 117 equals 23x plus 69. And we end up with 48 equals 8x. X equals 6. We check it just to make sure we don't get any zeros in the denominator. Right there. We're all right. Very good. Let's try another one. So let's figure out our LCD here. So between 2, 10, and x plus 3, we know we're going to have that 10 there and x plus 3. So we're going to go ahead and multiply everything by 10, x plus 3. Oops.
Good afternoon, Kirby students.
Okay, sorry about that. So I went ahead during the announcement and went ahead and started canceling things out because that's the most fun, to cancel things out. So the x plus 3 is canceled out here, and we got 10 times 2, which is 20. The 10 and the 2 canceled out, so I got a 5. So we have 5 times 3 times x plus 3, so that's 15. And then we have the 10's cancel out here. Just looks so much better that we can get rid of those denominators. So when we do this, then we end up with 20 plus 15x plus 45 equals 19x plus 57. And when we do this, we end up with 15x plus 65 equals 19x plus 57. Combine or get your x's on one side, variables on the other. We get 8 equals 4x, x equals 2. And will we get any zeros in the denominator? Nope. So that's our final answer. All right, let's get a little more complicated here. You might want to spread this out. Might want to take a bathroom break or maybe yeah, get a drink of water because this one might take a while. So just like last time, we want to get our LCD here. So our LCD would help us if we factored this. We have x plus 3 and x plus 5. So it looks like it's just going to be x plus 3 and x plus 5 is what we're going to multiply by. Okay? So like I said, you guys can spread this out a little bit better. So if we're multiplying by x plus 3 and x plus 5 here, x plus 3 and x plus 5. And we have x plus 3 and x plus 5. So let's start canceling things out. X plus 5's cancel out here, so now we're going to end up with 2x times x plus 3. Here, we have the x plus 3 cancel out and the x plus 5. That is wonderful. Can you factor this at all? Did you guys even try to do that? No.
Emily Wagaman to the office.
This is a bad time of day to do a video. So this can't be factored. So we're going to leave it as a negative or minus sign here. And it's going to be x squared minus x minus 10 because we're subtracting that whole thing equals. Here the x plus 3's cancel out. Okay, so now we're going to distribute. And then we're going to go ahead and distribute the minus sign as well. And distribute over here. It's done. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve this. All right, so you should get x equals negative 5 and 1. You got to set this equal to 0. And now the thing is we have to plug these back in to make sure we don't get any zeros in the denominator. So which one's going to work? Are they both going to work or just one of them, none of them? Right, it's going to be just x equals 1 because if we plug in a negative 5 here, we're going to get a 0 in the denominator and right here as well. So that would be your final answer. And I want you guys to go ahead and do this one in the Google form below. You should get a nice